Doctor says this will make you feel better.
Yeah. God, how I hate these rest hours.
Yeah, if you could sleep.
Of course, you can sleep sitting like this guy with your eyes open.
I still say malaria doesn't kill you.
Like hell it doesn't. An old uncle of mine had it in Scranton. Had it for 40 years in his bones, and out it came every 3 years. The day after Christmas.
Yeah, too much Christmas booze, that's all.
Ah, don't give me that.
You'll play.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Jesus, you're slow.
Oh, shut up.
I said it was your play.
Okay, okay. Here, how's this?
What a jerk. Dr. Bush wants to see you, Lucas.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Now what'd you do?
Okay. Good luck.
Come in. This is Lucas, sir. Sit down, Lucas.
Thank you, sir.
Cigarette?
No, sir.
You know, Lucas, I've been wondering about you. During the week that you've been here, I've noticed that, unlike the other men, you don't talk in our group sessions.
What is it to talk about, sir?
Lots. You hear the other men getting quite a few things off their chests. You should be able to see that they feel better by so doing. What ship were you on, Lucas?
The Montandan, sir.
The Montandan was sunk, wasn't she?
Yes, sir. Last May, south of Mindanao in a high sea. Torpedo aft.
And you were a fireman?
Am, sir.
Certainly.
And it's a tough job being a fireman. Always below decks, you never see what goes on. That's why I'm fed up. Nobody gets it. Nobody.
Maybe not. And yet there may be some of us, even among those of us who haven't been there, who do understand.
What do you, sir, know about what it feels like to be a fireman? What does anybody know what it feels like to be a fireman except a fireman? You gotta be there to know. You gotta feel that goddamn heat. On the Montandan, it was always 128 degrees below decks. 128 degrees of sweat and more sweat. No place to go or to move to. Those guys topside have it soft. They can breathe air, move around, see the enemy. Hell, we don't know whether the next minute will bring a bomb or whether there's a torpedo coming for us right now.
What was your job in the engine room, Lucas?
I was striking for water tender. I watched the lines feeding water to the boilers. That's why I couldn't move. I had to stay with those goddamn valves. Guys topside can take it out in the enemy. They can shoot a gun. All I could do was wish I could twist a valve, but I couldn't because I'd wreck the boiler. Christ, you get so you gotta do something, and well, all you end up with is a burning feeling in your guts and your hands shaking. God damn it, look at me. This isn't me, Doctor.
How did you feel, Lucas, when you knew you were safe in the water?
How did I feel?
Yes.
I was damn glad to get out of that hole. Anybody would have been.
No, Lucas, not everybody would have been. That's something you've got to face. Furthermore, you didn't really find relief, did you?
I said I was glad to get out of that hole.
Perhaps for a while. But I doubt it for long. How about it, Lucas? How about it?
No, sir. I got the feeling that I let my buddies down.
That's it, Lucas. And that's something you've got in a way to feel proud of. You were in a tight, tense situation, and quite naturally, you were afraid. You and every other man on that ship. Your buddies in the engine room, the gunners topside, you were all afraid. Because that's what happens to men in a battle. You were no different from any other man on that ship. Only most of them accepted their fear. You fought against yours.
If I only could have been topside, if I could only have moved around.
It would have made no difference. You see, you let your fear get control of you. You wanted to get out of the engine room. That's why you felt relieved when you were in the water. Even though you'd been blown from the engine room, as far as you were concerned, you had escaped. In your mind, you felt that you'd deserted your buddies, your ship. As a result, you feel guilty.
Yes, sir.
That's a feeling that you have to face and conquer. And the only way you can do that is to understand that the real cause of your being here is your normal fear in time of battle. Fear which you didn't learn to handle properly. That you're continuously short-tempered, even mean, that your hands shake, you have a burning sensation in the pit of your stomach. All stem from this cause. Now, in order to start getting well, you have to realize this. And in realizing it, remember that fear and the thoughts that it makes you think at the time are normal, nothing to be ashamed of, shared by all of the other men who were with you on the Mount Hamden, as well as by the men on all ships.
So, you told me I was scared. That's not what's wrong with me. What's to be scared of around here?
Gee, fella, something's the matter. What is it?
I don't know. I don't get it. It seems like I'm always mad and running off at the mouth. But how can being scared when the Japs are shooting at you make you such a bastard after you gotten back?
The doctors tell us when a fella gets that way, it's because he fights being afraid instead of trying to do something about it.
How the hell are you going to do anything about it when your job's just standing there twisting a little valve?
My job's the same sort of thing. In a battle, I'm not shooting a gun either. But I know when I got scared and thought how much I'd like to be someplace else, I used to think. All the other guys are, too. But they're doing their job, and I'm doing mine. And between us, we're giving the enemy a hell of a licking. The same thing goes for you. Your job was important. You had to do it so the guys in the turrets could fire the guns, and so guys like me could take care of the wounded. You got to work your feelings off that way, by figuring it's a whole ship that's fighting. And since you're part of the crew, you're fighting, too. At least that's the way I look at it.
Yeah, I know. I used to feel that way sometimes. What's it got to do with me being on edge all the time and wanting to smash things? And you know, it gets worse. When I came back first, I wasn't so bad. When I saw all these guys sitting around at their desks, shining their pants, gold bricking, I thought what me and my buddies have been through, and, well, that's what got me started.
Did you ever stop and think that maybe those fellows didn't want to be sitting at desks? Maybe they were there because they were told to be?
Don't give me that. They like it. They like shoving us around, the yellow bellies. I hadn't been at that relocation center more than 2 hours before I got wise to them.
Come on, clear the gangway. You're not allowed to stand around here.
No, we're just waiting for small stores to open.
I don't care what you're waiting for. Get going.
For Christ's sake, mate, what kind of a Navy is this?
If you don't start moving along, sailor, you'll be finding out.
Yeah, it was just one little thing after another. Hell, do this, do that.
Hey, sailor, square that hat.
Hey, what do you think I am, a boot?
Square it. In case you don't know, this is a taut ship.
A taut ship? Looks to me as if we've run aground, Skipper. By the way, do you know there's a war going on?
I'm sorry, but there's nothing we can do until the Bureau sends us an adjusted pay account.
You mean because I was dumb enough to get myself torpedoed, I can't get paid?
Oh, it won't take long. You've only been here 2 days.
Don't you people ever think of anything but your little pieces of paper?
I'm sorry, but you must remember there were 1,000 men on your ship. That's a big pay list to clear out. And besides, you're scattered all over the country now.
Look, sister, I got a 30-day leave. I need spending money.
Then you can go to the chaplain of the welfare office.
Go to the Oh, for Thanks, sister. I'll be seeing you. Well, it just doesn't make any sense. They want you to square your hat. They won't let you stand in line. Not even in line. Yeah, 'cause if nothing were different. Well, we can keep our noses clean without them telling us.
Uh-huh. The boy's got to have something to do. Holding you down helps fill up the idle hours.
Yeah. Well, thank God I got this leave coming up. And maybe afterwards they'll send me back to a ship where I can feel like myself again.